Hello and welcome, it's Ali here. Today I am going to demonstrate how you can build very complex forms easily using gsbapps.com platform. This is our default ERP application that comes with the platform. We are going to recreate the partner form from scratch. Also we can see how we can edit the form. So let's take a look at the partner right now. When I click a partner, this is a default form. It is kind of a complicated form. It has lots of features and tabs. It also has a wizard. When I click the Add New button, it goes through the wizard process. I'm going to go to the component builder and open our partner form. So this is the wizard and the form that we have just seen. I can click on the wizard and go through its pages, and anywhere I want I can just pick a control from the left and drag and drop it to the wizard. Also I can close the wizard, and I can also drag and drop any component that I want to the form itself. I just added this container and I added a boolean contour. So the changes that I made are immediately available to me, and they will be available to everybody in my workspace as soon as I publish the application. Let's see our form in action right now. I click on a partner again, and now I have this new control. So let's go ahead and create a new partner form from scratch. To create a new form, I simply click the plus button from the toolbar. Let's take a look at our component building page. On the very left hand, we have the widget selection part. We can pick any widget from here by searching, like tab control, and drag and drop to the form. We also have connected definition part. In here, we can pick any data definition, and the system will bring us its properties. As soon as we drag and drop any property in here, the system will pick the best control for that property. We have the widget, of course, here, and this is our form building section. We have a top bar, and we have the responsive design checks. And in here we have data bindings on the right hand, and the design layout section, scripts, and messaging. We will go into details in the further videos. This video is all about simply telling you how you can get started with form building. So let's go ahead and build our form. We want to go like maybe one custom widget. Let's select the text, and I simply drag and drop the text control. But right now it's not related to any data field. So I simply come to the right side, and as property name I say title. And let's give it a title. Again, we can say title. So now this widget is binded as title to the form. Let's see it in action. Let's say test title, and we can also give a discount number in here. This is auto binded by the system as discount, and we can check the runtime using this runtime viewer. And as you can see, this is the data of the form real time, and it says title, test title, discount is form. So data binding is working. As soon as I save this, this is going to directly go to the database. To actually be able to save this data to the database, we need an action button. So let's go to the widget selection part and type action button and drop our action button to the form. And add a new action called, let's call this action save, give it an icon, save, and select the save process. And that's all. Now this action is going to save the data to the database, but it needs to know which data it is saving. So I will go to the component builder settings, and to receive query, say this is a partner kind of data. And when I load this data from this form, please load it from the data table fully. And it's going to use this query to fill the data. Alright, let's select OK. And before saving to the database, I want to run some validations. If you see this, like as soon as I set the data table, the system made the title required. This is because the title is required from the data settings, and it also reflects to the form automatically. Alright, so now that the title is required, we better use that validation in our action button. Let's go and click to the action button properties, say show form errors, and in the more options section I'm gonna say validate by errors, and OK. Alright, now if I don't have a title, the action button will also give an error message. Also, it's going to be unclickable. I can make it a row for a better layout. Alright, we can also validate the discount. Let's say we want the discount to be at least 10 and at most as a value of 50. I can run scripts in here or just simple numbers. Alright, so now the discount is also validated, and our action button says title is required and discount has to be more than 10. And let's make our form a little bit richer, then it's going to be better looking. Let's add a type. Let's go to partner again, and I think the partner has a type. Alright, when I drop the type, it's actually gonna bring me a select list as a partner type. It's a multi-selection. What I want to do is I want to give a warning. And let's get naughty and write a little bit script in here. I will get to the properties of this new feed widget, and I will go to the common settings and scripts and validation error. Not the warning, but the error. Alright. So let's say if entity is the data that we are working right now, dot type equals enumerations dot partner type dot, I don't know, let's say franchise, and then we can say return careful, it's a franchise. Let's say OK, but it has to be exactly, so let's unselect the subparent customer. Now it's not giving any errors, but as soon as I select franchise, now we have something here, and which is careful, it's a franchise. Actually, let's fill the title, test title on, and make the discount a reasonable amount. Okay, now we have only the careful is franchise error. If I made this, okay, I can fastly reach my scripts from here also. It says validation error. This is the script that I just written. I come here. Let's actually make this a warning. And now I go to the scripts and validation, this time warning. Alright. As you can see, the validation error is empty now because I cut it from there. Alright. Now the button is actually clickable, but I have a form error. It says careful, it's a franchise. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the data binding properties and create a nested reference. Let's go to the partner data table and select legal entity. I will pick the default legal entity property, and when I drop it, the system picks the reference control for us. And since the system knows our data field and it knows how the references work, it actually knows which data definition to list. And I can pick any legal entity and it's going to be set. Let's see our data. When I check the runtime, the data is set as a branch def legal. It has the ID and a separate branch. This is what we are interested in right now. We can do something better in here. What we want to do is actually we can do inline editing of the legal entity. I'm going to convert this reference control into a more simple page container. Okay, now this is a different page, but this page is going to be directly binded to the def legal property of the partner. Let's change this from partner to legal entity. And now we can drag and drop the properties of the legal entity to our new page container. Okay, we can simply again get the title. This time we can actually call this, it says title, but I'm going to call it legal title. And what else we need? We have the address, and let's go to registered address. And I will do the same thing again. I'll come here and make page controller. Okay, no, so now we have like a 3-level data binding, and I will change here to address, and let's just pick the country and maybe state. All right. Okay, so let's pick a country and see how our data is looking right now. And when I click on the data structure, it's kind of a long nested tree structure right now. It says default legal and country all going. And when you press the save button, the system realizes them all and saves them directly to the database with different data tables. In here, we might do a little trick that's going to be cool. When I want to pick a state, the system will bring me all states right now, like it's 5,000 states. We can actually filter the states based on the country. And it's quite simple to do. I will go to the query section and select state. And we want to filter the states based on country ID. And the value is going to be entity.country ID. And okay. Alright, now when I try to pick a state, the system will only bring me the states for the selected country. When I change the country, it's all going to be different. Alright. Now, let's change the layout of our form so it's going to be responsive and better looking in mobile. Also, we might add some design properties such as background and simple stuff. GSB makes use of full CSS properties along with Flexbox layout. If you don't know about them, you can do a simple Google search and you will have a ton of resources to learn from. So I'm going to click on the registered address container and I want to make it a row right now. And let's say this has a gap of 25 pixels. So now that this is a row, in the mobile view, we don't want it to be a row. And I could do row wrap, but this kind of advanced. I want to keep simple. So when it's mobile, we can say make it a column. It's kind of simple. So it will just change its behavior in different environments. I can also say let's pick a background for our form. I click the entire component builder here and I say background, let's say dark blue, and I copy this. And this is cool, and tablet dark blue, but somehow in mobile environment we might want the background to be a maroon color, also a padding of 20 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so as you can see, it's a quite different view on the mobile, and we have this still in our PC view. Okay, lastly, let's see one of the favorite features of GSB platform. We already have a partner form defined previously, so we don't have to redevelop the entire form. What I can do is search the partner form from here, and let's select the partner form. This is our complicated form. We don't want the entire form, but let's say we want this page. I'm going to copy this page and go back to my new form, and I can paste this standalone or paste this as a part of my tab container. So if I paste it on top of the tab container, it will turn into a tab page, and now I have the entire functionality from that page. So I can go back to my partner form again and select another page or categories, let's pick this time, and copy it and come to the new control, and this time I can actually paste it inside this, or just create a new page and paste inside the new page, just to show you how differently you can use the paste operation. Okay, let's say categories, in here. Also, we have a common nice feature that you could like. I'm going to select the partner data field again, and I think the partner has a note section. Yes. So I drag and drop the note, which is a rich text field. But rich text fields with this CK editor are not like the best in mobile environments, and we might want to change it in mobile. So what I'm going to do is I say the settings and common settings. I can do this to any widget, any type. I say when it is a mobile, I want you to be a multi-line text control. Alright, so now in a PC and tablet environment, it's the same editor, but when it's mobile, it's a more simple editor. Okay, during this demonstration, we have seen quite a bit about the beginning of GSB form building. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day. See you later.